Hello everyone, it's Taxman, and here I am today, just getting my pre-game in before I head down to the pub in about an hour and 20 minutes. Drinking, as always. Yep, it's always a good idea to go down with a little bit in your system. That way you don't end up having to spend as much when I'm at the bar, and that's always a very good thing. So pizza, and pints of ale, and maybe even cocktails too. Thinking maybe for a Sazerac. Those are always really good, really tasty. So, I was thinking, when I rewatched those videos, just how sad it was to run out of alcohol at 3 o'clock. Now, when I drink, I don't know if it's like this with other people, but you gotta keep drinking. You can't stop once you get a taste of that alcohol on your tongue and you get it in your system. You have that wonderful feeling inside. You just have to keep going and going and going. You either go until you run out or you go until you black out. Although, what I find is that when you drink, you do get a lot of energy too, besides the drunkenness, so you can keep going. But as soon as you stop, it's so easy to fall asleep, which is probably the reason why I've been passing out before. With the exception of last night, I think I've passed out every single day since Wine Tasting Tuesday at before 3 a.m. That's incredibly early. I can't believe it. What kind of person in their right mind goes to bed by 3 a.m.? I mean, especially me. That's... Well, I will grant for being on vacation, things like that. Like when I went to California, I was usually waking up around 11 or 12, although that's also a 3-hour time zone difference, so maybe not so much. Or BronyCon, for example. I'd stay up really late those nights, but I'd still set my alarm to wake myself up early, 9 or 10, so maybe operating on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day. But it's a con, so... But yep, gotta have alcohol. Can never not have alcohol. Alcohol is the soul, is the blood and soul of my life. It's on my mind all the time, all the time. I can't go long without it. It's just too hard to leave, to leave the spirit alone. Too hard to say goodbye to my very close friend. It keeps me. You have a drink to celebrate. You have a drink when you're sad. You have a drink to get the day started. You have a drink to end the night. You have a drink just to have a drink, or you have a drink to go with a meal. There's always an occasion for drinking. Drink, 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 drink. I don't think I'd be able to live without it. Even though I made it so far in my life without drinking or drinking excessively after I started drinking. I didn't start drinking a lot until after I got back from Afghanistan, but even then I was only maybe drinking 2 nights a week, or 2 or 3, and even then not very heavily. It wasn't until after I got out that I started drinking very heavily, so about 3 years. I wonder how many years I'll have to keep going at this before I start having health problems. Hopefully by then I'll be in Equestria. No, before then I'll be in Equestria and I'll have a brand new body. I can't go long. After today I'm going to try to not drink throughout the weekend and until Wine Tasting Tuesday, so 3 days off at least. Maybe after that I could try to work it down. Maybe just 2 or 3 nights a week would be apt, since I need to save money for commissioning artists for pictures of Curio and me. I need to try other stuff though. I can't, even on the days when I don't drink, I can't not. The only way I can keep myself focused is by drinking insane amounts of caffeine, lots of black tea, energy drinks. You have to replace one substance with another. And if marijuana was legal, I'd take up smoking, because when I smoke marijuana, I'm often not in a mood to drink. You get that nice head buzz, or a body buzz if it's an indica. But it's illegal, even though alcohol is a lot more dangerous than this. I'll have to get creative. Maybe I could start... No. I was about to say something, but I decided not to. Not to, on public. But there needs to be something else. Something else to replace it with. I would go on another robo trip this week, but I realize I can't allow myself to build up a tolerance for that. It would be a disaster if such an important tool to help me with the crossing over and talking with Curio and other ponies and spirits, if I were to gain a tolerance for that, that would be awful. So I need to give myself at least 2 to 3 weeks off before I go on the next one. In the meantime, I'll look into other stuff, like mescaline is one that's, I think that's how you pronounce it, mescaline. It's the same stuff that you get in peyote, but peyote is a highly controlled substance. However, you can't find it in other types of cactuses, so I think that are completely legal. So I could look into. I'm going to look into doing that stuff. Although, again, because it takes such a long time to prepare, it would probably only be a very, very rare thing. And when I have the house all to myself, I also heard that what's it called? Salvia. Salvia is supposed to be legal too, and they say it's a short trip, but it's pretty intense. I heard it's also called the diviner's weed or diviner's root because of the potential it has to open up the inner eye and show you the ebb and flow of the universe. So that's one that's also on my hit list. I thought about trying out poppy seed tea, but then I remembered that the times when I was on painkillers, like when I would I stole all my mom's hydroxycontin and other pain kills after a while back, and I would be popping a couple of them while drinking wine. It would feel nice, especially the hydroxycontin. And Portal Non actually told me that hydroxycontin has the same effect on your body as heroin. Well, on the chemical level. So I thought that was wow. If I could do something like that, then maybe I really could tolerate a little bit of heroin. But yeah, and for the record, my mom does know that I took them all after I had my last after I had the last time I got locked up in a mental ward for a weekend. I told her, and so yeah, that's all done and in the past. Last time I had painkillers was a few months ago, and I had to make a hospital visit in Denver on the way back home, and they gave me some really powerful painkillers, Oxycontin. But yeah, my experience has been that that's not really the best thing to do if you want to connect with spirits, because it just dopes you up and then when you're done, you get a really, really bad headache that completely silences your astral ears and your third eye. So nope, that won't do. You need to stick to the mental stimulants. So please, please, please make marijuana legal in Indiana. Or maybe I could convince somebody, or maybe I could, I want to go do some research, see if they have medical marijuana here. Maybe I could convince them. Maybe if I talk to some people, they could get me a prescription. Because I think that marijuana would be better than constantly binge drinking. But again, worried about the collapse. It's coming, and I guess I'm very fortunate to be able to live here with my mother still at 27. But if something like that happens, a big collapse happens, it could wipe out all of our savings, wipe out everything, lose our jobs, lose the house, and then what? I have wanted. It's very easy to live here, but I have wanted to go some. I have thought for a long time about moving, but I just can't do it. Even though I have money saved up, I don't have enough, and I don't have any connections. And all the friends and I know I had friends before who would offer to let me move in with them, but they pretty much all rescinded their offer as time has gone by, and more people leave me, and more people think that, oh, I wouldn't want to live with somebody. I wouldn't want somebody as unstable as Taxman to be my roommate. I guess they're missing out because I can cook pretty well. I like cooking, though I don't do it very much often anymore. I like cooking, and I would always make sure that we have a well-stocked liquor cabinet filled with all sorts of good craft beer and wine and spirits. But nope, nope, nope. Maybe the only other option might be to go to California, where my cousins and uncle and aunt are, but I don't want to live in California. Screw California. Yep, even though they live up in Northern California, north of excuse me, northeast of Sacramento and closer to Auburn. I still wouldn't want to live up there. California would be one of the worst places to live when the happening happens. Too much racial and ethnic tensions, and no water either. No water. And everybody up there was pretty angry, was pretty pissed off with all the Southern Californians, because the Southern Californians steal all their water. Because all those people were such goddamn idiots, building a big giant metropolis in the middle of a goddamn desert. That's what I think too every single time I travel through Arizona and I see how big Phoenix is. What the hell? And it especially makes me angry when I see these people that have these bright green, well-manicured lawns with gardens. That is a criminal misuse of water in a place where it is very difficult, where it is difficult to get, and it's very, very hard to source. What? If you want to have a lawn, go move to the north. Go move further north. Don't have a lawn in the middle of the goddamn desert. Don't build freaking golf courses in the middle of the goddamn desert. What's so difficult about decorating having just a nice patch of dirt and decorating it with those nice little gorgeous desert rocks and cacti and other plants? Yep, I do not ever want to live in the Southwest or that area. The time that I spent at Fort Hood, Texas, was more than enough of that type of environment for a lifetime. Coincidentally, it's the reason why I will not go back to Texas. Nope, 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 nope. One of the offers I got to move in with a friend was somebody who lives up in the Dallas area. Oh gosh, no, 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 no. Dallas drivers are horrible, horrible. The only ones who are worse are down in Houston. But I really hate Texan drivers. They're ginormous, 20-story tall trucks that you can't see over. They always hog your ass when you're riding on the road and then cut across lanes without using their turn signals. And then if you get just a single, you get even 1/2 an inch of rain out there, and nobody can drive, and they're crashing their cars everywhere. So no thank you. But yeah, I don't really know where to go, so I'm just stuck here in Indiana. I'm stuck here in Indiana. I'm stuck here. Stuck. I would like to go further north, though. I think Wisconsin's a cool place. At the time when I visited Jen in Minnesota, the Twin Cities were really nice, especially St. Paul, where he lives. Oh, yeah, I like that. Go up there, a good culture too. They're very friendly. All descended from the Nords and the Germans, and good stock. But I don't know what people other than Jen, and I don't want to live with Jen. I'm sure he would love the opportunity to have a roommate so he could move out of the place he's stuck in right now, but no, I wouldn't want to live with him. And other than that, I don't really know anybody. I have one friend who's moving back up there, but I don't know how viable the prospects are of being able to move in with somebody. And I can't just go somewhere without having connections with jobs. So no. Yeah. So that's why I'm really stuck in a position where you can't move, and you know that the time is running out before you have to leave this place, before I don't have any security. But yeah, enough of that. That's just useless noise drivel that distracts from the true purpose that we should be doing, which is crossing the boundaries. Crossing over to Equestria will be the best, because Curio will let me live with him. I'll move in with my boyfriend. He's got a, as I said, he's got a really nice place. That's one of the things I'm going to commission. I'm going to commission some artists to draw his abode, his place of business, because he actually lives on the second story of the place that of his antiquity shop, and it's nice. He's got a big enough bed for 2 stallions to share. It'll be lovely. Cuddle up with my adorable unicorn husband and snuggle him every night and in the mornings. It's not the best stuff, but at least it's drinkable, unlike Old Granddad. Old Granddad had to be one of the absolute worst bourbons I've drank in a very long time. This, I mean, cheapo Jim Beam Fire shots right here are better if you just want some drinkable whiskey that you can put down. Tastes a lot better than the normal Jim Beam, which I don't like. If I had my choice, I'd be drinking stuff like... Damn, I'd be drinking like Blanton's every single night if I could, but that stuff's too expensive. It's too expensive, and I drink too much. I'm not gonna... I'd probably go through several $50 bottles a week. That's, wait, I think, yes, $50 is what it costs now. Well, I can't think what else there to say. Hopefully we get more videos done with Portal and on. He had a bit of a downturn. He kind of got a bit depressed last night. Wasn't in the mood to hold our much discussed interview. Hopefully we can do it tonight. If not, then tomorrow. Or if not then maybe on Sunday. It has to happen. Has to happen. Okay, alright, let's see. I've been rambling now for over 17 minutes, so I should start to wrap this up. Hey, by the way, I know that there are a bunch of people watching this. I've got 108 subscribers now. Yay, I should have done a special 100 subscriber episode, but I didn't think about that. I must have been really drunk too, probably. But does anybody here who follows me or anybody here from Indiana? Anybody here in the central Indiana area? I'm in Carmel, so if anybody wants to meet up, maybe we could meet up and just talk a little bit. It'd be nice to have friends outside the internet for once. We could go out to a pub and share some pints of ale and good food. I know where a lot of the good places to eat are around here, since I'm a foodie too, and I'm obsessed with that sort of thing. Especially if you're interested in the crossing the boundary stuff, it'd be great. I need to be able to talk with somebody in person about this stuff. I had a fallout with people from the waifu websites before we could really get to that. Oh, man, that stuff was very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, and you can't go back after dropping the ball that hard. You didn't realize that, yeah, I guess there's still people I talk to on Skype, but there's a different levels of friends. The people that you alienate and who betray you or leave or just get tired of you, they're the ones that truly understand and know about you on an intimate level and watched the whole evolution, your whole arc, or I guess like a storybook character, your character arc. A lot of these, there's so many people that I knew from the old days of the original Red Light Ponyville, back when Jin was considered to be a good and popular guy and a bit of a superstar amongst people who followed this lifestyle. And now, my only hope is to go to Equestria and to start completely anew. Only then can you move on. Only then can you wash your hands of all the guilt and the remorse and the regrets and all the bad things that are attached to your name. Only then. Only then. But I'll have it. I will. I will. I will. Will. I'll have it, or I'll die trying. So you heard it from me. Tex is going to Equestria. That's something that I can drink to. So cheers, good night, and have a happy Friday. And enjoy your weekend.